we're back to the driving portion of the video, guys. I found some twisties over here. We have dry roads. It's nice and warm, so we're gonna have a nice cruise. I'm going to show you guys. I don't know what the audio sounds like, but I have all four windows cracked just a little bit to get some noise and some air in here because it is hot. And I hope you guys can hear the rumble from the straight pipe. Downshift to second. No brakes. Gotta watch right here, limited sight, because there are some stop signs up here. We're clear. I'm gonna go ahead and stay on the gas. Detector going off because there's a speed sign up here, and that was a little bit of a spirited driving burst right there. But no worries, there will be more. We just have to drive by the beach towards the end of this video. Speaking of modifications, all the modifications I've done to this car.
Speed camera ahead.
I'll add up.
You are exceeding the speed.
We got the radar detector going off. Anyways, all the modifications I've done to this car make a very fun daily driver. I've pretty much modified the points where you're gonna feel you're in contact with, in terms of steering, the suspension, the sound. I spend money where it matters and not under the hood. And if I did spend money under the hood, that's where some of the reliability and the maintenance will go up, and it's not gonna be a fun time if we start doing that. Because this is a daily driver. I want the car to remain as reliable as possible. Now we're going to make a right over here at the light. We're going to Redondo Beach for anyone that's viewing from the Seattle area or anyone that's just familiar with the area. And speaking about suspension, like I said, the Fortunato 500 coilovers. I have the additional upgrade of the Swift springs. I didn't want the base springs that Fortunato manufactured themselves, because from what I heard, they ride a little bit worse than the Swift springs. So Swift springs would definitely get a upgrade in the ride comfort department. 500 foot-pounds per square inch all around, and that's what Fortunato decided to hook me up with. I told them that this is a daily driver car with some spirited driving. This is no means a track car, but I did want something to feel a lot more fun and a little bit stiffer than usual.
Front K-band.
Another speed side down here. As you can see, no issues with the tight turns. If you see the car start to hesitate a little bit, it's not that the car is understeering. Well, technically it is understeering, but the reason why it's understeering is because the stability and the traction control system. With the coilover setup, I believe it does start to tweak a little bit with the car's computer systems. And whenever you start making really aggressive and hard turns, you'll start to see the light in the gauge cluster start to light up, because the system's starting to freak out. And and the car believes is that it's going to crash or you're driving way too fast because the computers on this car aren't adapted to the suspension and the coilover suspension. And here we are, arrived at the beach. And as you can see, you guys, I can't drive fast here. I had to drive slow. A lot of pedestrians.
Front K-band.
Got to roll the windows down a little bit. Got a little crack of air. Nice and cool. So I'm breathing this nice air we got here. I also forgot to mention in regards to the suspension, I have 10 clicks of stiffness on all around all 4 coilovers, starting all the way from soft. I tested and played around with different settings, all the way soft and all the way stiffness. Both of them just didn't feel right. Stiffness is way too hard, you're bouncing all over the place. And you're pretty much decreasing the life of your struts, and all the way soft was way too soft. 10 clicks of stiffness seemed just right for my use. And it rides great. And I think, as you guys can see, Washington State definitely has beautiful nature. Going up a hill, hope you guys can hear a little bit of that rumble. And from the turbo, thanks to the Cobb SF Intake system, you can hear a little bit more whistle from the turbo. By no means is it a blow-up valve or an external wastegate, but you can hear the turbo suck in that air. Just looking around, 3rd gear. This is gonna pretty much finish up the driving portion of the video. Final thoughts. I've been daily driving this car for 4 years now. I picked this car up 4 years ago at roughly, if I remember correctly, 86,000 miles. Now the car sits at 150,000 miles. Yes, you heard that correctly. 150,000 miles. Original engine, never replaced, never repaired internally. Has been in the shop for multiple repairs, but never broken down. Engine still original. Unfortunately, the transmission isn't original. I'm on my 2nd transmission. It's frequently spoken as a weak point on the WRX. The 5-speed is a glass transmission. And it certainly is, because I broke mine pretty much. In terms of gas mileage, city, get about 17 in the city, about 22, 21 max on the freeway. So we're not getting perfect gas mileage. This is obviously a old school motor with a turbo 4-cylinder, so you're not gonna get good gas mileage. And this car does take premium gas, so you gotta add that to your expenses as well. There's plenty of space in here. You can carry 4 adults reasonably in here with no issues. You have a hatch. You could roll down those rear seats if need to be, and you have plenty of space for your groceries or whatever cargo you're deciding to carry that day. Why I chose the WRX is simple. I'm looking for a daily driver. I could have went with the STI as a daily driver, but then at that point, on a daily basis, I'm not going to be pushing the STI to its limits that you need to be to experience the full capability of the parts and the brakes and the engine and such to its full capacity. Alright, I'm not redlining every traffic light using the 305 horsepower of the STI. I'm not braking, you know, 100 feet to zero at a stop with Brembos. For my use and my instances, WRX is way better. I'd recommend the WRX if you're just a person, you know, looking for a daily driver, or if you're just someone that, you know, wants to mod the car every now and then. If you're on tight budget, still makes good power. Still a lot of mods out there if you want to mod your vehicle when you're in a money pinch. However, if you're looking for a straight race car, show car, or if you just want the best of the best, then you can always upgrade to the STI if you have that coin. But since we're down here, well, I'll actually show you guys another burst of aggressive driving. Here we go. Roll up the windows a little bit, so here you guys aren't getting too much wind resistance. Downshift second. As you can see, with all the mods I've done, this car stays very flat, turns with eagerness, it's aggressive, it's raw. And when you're daily driving a car like this, you bet that you'll want to take the long way back home. Take the long way back home and experience some of the lovely, fun turns around your neighborhood and around your city. 265 horsepower, 250 foot-pounds of torque. Plenty of fun when you're shifting a 5-speed. That was fun in this car. That was very fun. I was about to end the video there, but you know what? just because I love you guys and you guys have been supporting me, decided just to include that extra longer clip of me driving it a little bit hard around those turns back there. Anyways, I'm gonna finish up this drive. I'm gonna head back home. As you can see, I'm still in my gym attire. Left the gym and I decided to film this quick video for you guys on this lovely Sunday. As again, this is the Sunday morning driver channel, so I went ahead and do that for you guys. Anyways, thank you guys for watching the video. I had another fun time filming this, sharing you guys my love for cars and what cars I have in my garage. If you guys have any additional comments or any recommendations on videos to cover in the next video, please drop a comment and let me know. I'm always open to any ideas. After all, this is a community of gearheads, and I want to go ahead and just make that come true and to life. Everyone is safe here. We're just gearheads that love driving. Although for video ideas, I do have an idea at the top of my head right now, and I'm probably going to bet money that a comment I'm going to receive is what the maintenance and the reliability is going to look like on a Subaru WRX or the STI. And if you guys want that, hey, drop a comment down in the comment section. I'll go ahead and do that. Hey, I even have a little stack of receipts from my shop of all the maintenance I've done on this car, so I'll be more than glad to go over those receipts and show you guys what I paid for in maintenance and yeah, what that looks like. Alright, see you guys later.